There are those incredibly loud, well, actually, somewhat skippable developer show cards. But, right, so stop card here. And, yeah, yes, again, the amazing people at Not exactly a Maury Calliope stream, though, but hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Phontomen, and welcome back to Warhammer 40k Space Marine, Can you believe people took shots at this game for being boring and derivative? Can you believe anyone did this? Like, fuck. Do you remember when people were taking shots, and probably still are taking shots, in some far-off corners, but they have way more exciting and, exciting and new things to take shots at? But can you believe when people were seriously trying to take down the power fantasy, Duke Nukem Space Marine, Master Chief, Doom guy, fucking, video games? Really? You remember that? And everybody in between that isn't that, ridiculously jacked, but it's just kind of like, an important dude who does things, mostly via shooting lots of people to, to get to the points where he does the things. And then shooting some more, and maybe pressing a button. Remember that? Remember when they were seriously trying to take the piss out of those? I remember that. But that was somewhat misguided because, well, we all thought we could get better. Unfortunately, the way we went, we didn't get better. We got far, far worse. So, like I've been saying, over these, past couple of, months, maybe a year, we need to go back. Just need to backtrack to this, and then say, okay, let's not do exactly what we just did ever again, and let's go find a new path. That's probably the best solution. But what do I know? No one ever fucking listens to me, certainly not people with the actual power to do really anything effectual. So, oh well, I'm sitting here preaching to my own little choir. But, right, enough rambling, let's go. So we continue. Dying of the Light, Part 4!
That gate, it's getting bigger. If it gets much larger, Nemeroth can bring his fleet through.
Then we must cut the link between Warp Gate and Tower.
You have a plan.
We use Invictus to sever the orbital spire.
At that range, will the Titan's cannon be effective?
It's time we use the power source to our advantage. To supercharge Invictus, we need to reach that Titan.
Yes, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. When last we left off, we had learned that we had been duped by the forces of chaos into doing their bidding unwittingly. And now the giant sky purple tuning fork is threatening to destroy this world, nay, the entire Imperium of Man. We must blow it to tiny pieces using kind of an underscaled Titan, but don't look at it too hard. But don't worry, maybe one of these days in this wonderful VR game world that we will get, maybe we'll get a carrier command game. But it's in VR and it's a Titan. Titan Commander, yeah. Or Titan Crew, yeah, That'd be fucking rad. We'd probably tip the fucking thing over and destroy like a city. But that'd be fucking rad, wouldn't it? It would be extra heretical, but probably fucking satisfying as hell. Through an Imperator class Titan. Yeah, just, maybe multiple Titans depending on how many players you have. It actually could probably scale, but yes. Working all the way up to the big 20-person walking cathedral. I just think that would be fucking awesome, but again, what do I know? I'm just me. So. Spare the big laser. Uh-huh.
Benjamin, something terrible has happened. Your mother, my Juliet, we got caught in an orc ambush.
Oh no.
They cornered your sister, she was screaming, and your mother threw herself at them. They laughed, Benjamin. The worst sound I've ever heard. And I grabbed Hannah, but your mother, they took her and they broke her and I couldn't.
So, a demon killed.
Wow, rude, man! I'm listening to this man's horrible, fucking, harrowing life story! Rude!
And we obliged.
That's just unfortunate.
Responsible for chaos breaking through to this world.
Wow, man. Shit. Here I am trying to listen to my fucking audiobooks and everybody's just talking over them. Damn. Oh well. More chaos removing. Imperator class is that walking cathedral. I need to brush up on my, Titan specs, but I know there are somewhat smaller Titans and somewhat larger Titans. What we have in here is a Warlord class, if I remember correctly, which isn't... It's probably one of the more visually impressive ones, aside from the aesthetics of the walking cathedral. I'd probably pick the Warlord, but, I'm a Battletech fan, so I kind of go for things that look a little bit more realistic and not the fucking church on legs. But it would be fun, wouldn't it?
Genetic scan complete. Analysis is starting. Full access granted.
Yes. The bullshit Lost Tech shield that we just call a religious object because, yeah. Is it gonna tell me what it does? There we go. This ancient artifact generates a personal energy shield that greatly reinforces the resiliency of Space Marine power armor, allowing them to weather even the fiercest attacks. Iron halos are so rare, only Ultramarine captains and company champions are authorized to use them. Ah yes! Ancient lost technology from the golden age of mankind, where we didn't look at everything like religious zealots and fucking weirdos. Yeah, unfortunately, the Ultramarines can only have these, because the Ultramarines are the best Marines, says Matt Ward. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Warlord is considered a fairly high, medium to low, heavy Titan. Well, damn. No, actually, that's from the Dark Age of Tech. Oh. Well, the Dark Age is, the Golden Age of Mankind, Dark Age attack. It's kind of the big fucking, it's that wonderful big mess where humanity reaches an incredibly high, unbelievable peak, and then fucks it up royally. Wow, where have I seen that one before? Oh, right! Where we are right now in the real world. Yeah, right. Unfortunately, or rather, unfortunately, we didn't have anything as cool as, personal energy shields and, robot maid wives. But, hopefully we won't, be fighting over, waifu VNs in the streets like fucking beggars while our corporate masters reign over us in our serfdom. And just about every chapter in Imperial Group issues uses Iron Halos. Yes, they're just really rare. But okay, so... Now I have the pokey son, right? Mm-hmm. I've got the spiky handle that makes my backpack kind of problematic to pick up, but good things I don't do that. Oh, look! It's our wonderful friends! Rippin' shit, traitor. But yes, I'm going to take out ranged enemies, because ranged enemies are fucking terrifying. Alright, las cannon. Why, hello! I can't actually get up to him, though. This man has mastered the chest-high wall! Damn him and his infernal heretical practices! I liked it. Liked it. No. Oh well. Yeah, no. Chaos Space Marines with plasma cannons. Ow! Ironically, the group that has the most of them are Chaplains, the Sisters of Battle. Chaplains, I understand. Sisters of Battles, well, yeah, you gotta protect the bolter bitches, I guess. The Emperor authorizes this action. The Emperor, upon his golden throne from the warp, transmitted this knowledge directly to our brains, as vetted by the Mechanicus, totally. Waifus look good in armor. Protect them bitches at all costs. His word is law. Okay, there's the chainsword if we ever wanted to downgrade, which I don't think there really is a point to doing so. Yeah, I think I think the big bolter has kind of actually outlived its purpose here, so, fuck it, melt-a-gun. Melt-a-gun and last cannon, because fuck you. We are,
Captain,
we're just throwing stats at a wall here.
voice to my concerns.
Speak, then.
You held the unshielded power source again, Captain. And again, you emerged from the exposure unscathed.
What are you implying, Square?
Send a runner to the depot at position Alpha. Let's go.
You're not leading this raid.
Of course I am.
Lieutenant, we need you in one piece. Let's face it, you're holding us together out here, and if you get...
Why is everyone abruptly cutting off? I'm noticing a trend here where everything's just kind of, hanging, I suppose. In order from smallest to largest, Titan classes are Warhound class, Reaver class, Warlord class, and Pyrrhida class. Right, yes, I figured it was that. Whatchamacallit, I totally forgot about Reaver class, though. The funny thing, the way I remember Warhounds is that, by Imperial decree, they can't use, like, more than groups of 2 anymore. Because, groups of 20 were too fucking overpowered.
Warns that those in league with Chaos can withstand the warp's touch.
You forget yourself, Ultramarine.
Leandros, I do not take this warp resistance lightly. But the search for answers must wait until after we deal with this Chaos invasion.
What if that is too late?
Leandros, enough. We need to keep moving.
Look, man, I know you've seen my browser history. I know there's some things in there, but trust me. It's kind of like window shopping. You just learn to ignore some things in there. You just kind of take a look. I'm not really into everything in there, I swear. From Imperial class Titans, and there are a few other ones that only show up in rare situations. Your, how should I put this? Your story, based Titans. But yes, more giant robots. That's just great. Everything's better with giant robots. Though sadly, unfortunately, people aren't really doing. I would like to see THQ Nordic do something interesting with the Warhammer license, like say, it's Titanfall, but you're playing a knight fucking errant. That'd be radical. If you don't get that Titan Commander game, which would also probably be incredibly cool, no matter how good or bad it looks. Carrier Command isn't a very visually impressive game, but you know, it'd be neat. I suppose the Stalker Bolter does have a use for sniping these guardsmen from very far away, but I suppose, nope, wait a minute. Hold still, heathen. You have not enough dice! Now, those guys have enough dice. Uh-oh. Okay then. These engagements are getting kind of touchy, so really getting bunched up in a corner is potentially lethal. You interested in Dark Tide, by the way? I haven't really looked into it, so I don't have an opinion. It's more that there are so few of them that they are only deployed when absolutely necessary, as is the norm with really big giant robots.
My lords, help us!
You may wish to back away. Squishy humans, you may wish to back away before I accidentally duck roll and kill you. Well, hey, you all survived.
Report. My Lord Space Marine. They were on us almost immediately.
Captain Titus, are you there? This is Lieutenant Mira. This whole planet has gone mad.
The forces of chaos are invading this world. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
I know what route to take. I deployed troops to man outposts between the Calcus facility and Bastion Primus. From there, you can access the rail network and cross to Manufactura Majakis.
Understood. I will meet you there.
Yeah, the whole planet's gone mad. Yeah, keep talking. Yeah, Right. Fill the coffers. Okay, those are orcs with rockets. They need to die first. Hi. I'm just deleting them. Ah, the wonders of the melter gun and it basically being a handheld volcano. Save the important thing for the durable targets. Shoot the squishy traitor guardsman directly in the face with the 900 well, like what, 955 caliber high explosive rounds, rocket assisted gyrojet reactive rounds. That's a lot of rockets. No. Oh. My brothers, I believe that was a collateral. It's 998 cal. The plasma pistol is good at this point. Yeah, probably. Or I've just been, memeing the power weapons like an absolute shit.
An orc invasion, and now the tender mercies of chaos heretics. I'm surprised the place is standing at all.
Everyone wants our giant robot factory, unfortunately. Have you played with the Thunder Hammer? Yes, the Thunder Hammer is neat. Unfortunately, I don't get any other fucking weapons, which is kind of annoying.
How can we face them? The legions of chaos.
Trooper, get yourself together right now.
Yes, Mom.
The other platoons are going to fall back towards the Bastion. Hold this position, or they'll be cut off. Greetings, Ultramarines.
What is your situation, Lieutenant?
As well as can be hoped, considering we are surrounded on all sides by the enemy horde. We're heading back to the command post, Captain.
Things are shit everywhere. Ah, Jesus. Yep, want to save those. Miraculously, that didn't kill everyone. Yeah, I kind of feel like the Iron Halo is one of those things that they gave you in order to make things incredibly difficult. So it doesn't really feel all that memorable because you're not really all that much more powerful because they keep throwing shit like this at you. Where they suddenly start throwing hordes of ranged enemies that can fucking melt you. Because I'd love to charge those guys and get, healed. However, the assloads of rockets and shooter-boys will instantly kill me the moment I actually start a melee attack. I am saving the golden toilet seat until absolutely necessary, which it may wind up being inside of like 3 seconds. If this isn't the last engage. No, it is not. We are just passing through.
I want to be strong, just say everything's alright, but it's not. The dead are everywhere, stinking, rotting. We burn our bodies where we can, but the fire attracts more orcs. If you stop and think about the billions dead here, you'll go mad. But no matter where you go, you find the people of this world, all dead. All waiting for help that never came.
Well, that's entirely incorrect, Guardsman. It's here. Or it'll be here in about a week, maybe 2 days. The warp's a finicky fucking thing. Unfortunately, yes, I see your point, though. What good is help if you are not alive to receive it? That's just how shit be in the grim darkness of the 41st millennium. Orcs in stereo. I'm going to take a wild fucking guess and say they're probably fighting the Chaos. Ah, yes. Hello. Thank you. There we go. There's my fucking hit points. Shield, please. Ah, they're just normal guardsmen. Do your duty for mankind, guardsmen. Duck and roll. Take cover occasionally to wipe the jam off your face, but only as much as necessary. You need to keep up that DPM. And stop defending the fucking squig. I know it's your fucking pet, but Jesus. I hear more. There it is. And didn't I just come from that fucking direction? Where did all these fucking guys come from? You want to help me, you fucking square? Leandros, you fucking moron! See, this is why nobody likes Leandros. Wait a moment. Yes, I hear them. These boys are just infinitely spawning, aren't they? No? No, they are not. Because I don't think that elevator is active. Whoa! Fucking squigs. Okay, actually, no, that isn't. That was a knob.
There's a lift over here.
Okay, good. Alright, that wasn't infinite. Something told me that was one of those. Run, we'll stop them! Infinitely spawning horde. What? No, apparently not.
Well met, Mira.
Jonah, I half expected to find a demon chewing on your bones.
They'd spit me right out.
Make your report, Jonah.
The Greenskins have been pressing us hard, both down here and at the Bastion proper.
Get ready to fall back to the Bastion. Do not engage Chaos forces directly until I get reinforcements down here to back you up.
Aye, Lieutenant.
We're going to catch ourselves a train.
Captain Titus, this way.
I've already found the way, because there is only one way forward. Yes. That's not my amazing sense of direction. That is the level design and also my, my holy path. Yes. My righteous path. There's only one way to save mankind, and it is vaguely forward, following the direction of least resistance, with no locked doors.
We're under heavy assault. The orcs are back.
With occasional stop points for shinies.
All of them?
They took out the generator. We couldn't defend it against such numbers. We had to fall back.
The Ultramarines and I are almost at your position. Mirror out.
With my psychic abilities, I had drawn energy from the warp. If I could summon it again, contain it, control it, then perhaps I could use it to defend the Imperium. So, I made another interstellar journey through the warp. Barely daring to hope, I lowered my psychic defenses and willed the energy to return. And it did. I captured the spark in a containment device and marveled at its potential. My work could now begin.
Ah, yes! Yeah, just kinda cruising the warp with psychers, using them as like a weird-ass fucking solar panel. That probably won't have any negative repercussions whatsoever. That probably won't be impractical for several reasons. No heresy here. Nope. Yeah, not at all. How much is slightly, sir? Are you sure that every psyker you put in this situation is going to understand the term slightly lower your psychic defenses enough? Are you sure they're not going to lower them too far and then immediately succumb to chaos? Are you sure that this experiment is going to, I don't know, actually work outside of a small scale? Why am I asking you any of this? You're fucking dead.
Genetic scan complete.
Ah.
Adeptus Astartes. Access authorized.
More power weapons! The Mark 12 Rage Fire type plasma gun fires charged energy pulses, able to damage heavily armored targets. This weapon is deadly, but prone to overheating. Yes, and then we have to deal with the wonders of gets hot rolls, and then suddenly, well, our weapon blows up in our face and kills half of our squad. Yes, let's go into the Hell Dimension and lower all my psychic defenses that keep the multitude of Hellspawn wait every moment for the minor opportunity to meet puppet psychos. Yeah, that's totally it. Wow, geez, it's almost like that's exactly what the fuck happened. It's almost like that's exactly what the fuck actually wound up happening.
It's been 3 days since Eleanor died. The orcs have finally left the town. I accessed the comm station.
Wait.
The Liberation fleet is en route, with Ultramarines leading the advance force. They are only now entering the material. Like I've been so many times.
Wait a minute.
I fear that by the time the Ultramarines come to our rescue, everyone on this planet will be dead.
It's not everyone, but I suppose the melta-gun can wait here since I didn't have any ammo. But told me I could. That strange bug. It told me I swapped the plasma pistol for the melta-gun for the plasma pistol for the plasma rifle. Weird.
Forward.
Your ground! The Ultramarines are here!
You shall be potentially minorly defended by being in the aura of the main characters. Or you will die horribly for assistant drama. One of the two. Guys. Okay, so unfortunately this is kind of Ow!
The job is worth doing. It's worth dying.
Yeah, I couldn't actually stun any of those guys because my super awesome melee attacks actually just one-hit them, and I was not receiving any more health when the golden toilet seat blessing wore off. Well! Oh well. This is unfortunately the difficulty tweak part of the game. Yeah, I'm not interested. I am more entertained by the melt-a-gun, and it's much more hot projectiles that instantly kill everything.
Forward.
Boys, look at that ballsy guardsman attempting to melee a bomb squid. He died horribly. He died horribly, but his unique display will be remembered. Oh, I actually don't have any grenades. Zap. 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 Hey, that probably would have killed me. Screen shake. There are more. Where's that last one? He's over there. Ha-ha! Fuckers. Wait. Wait. There. Oh, that's a knob. That is, in fact, a knob. Oh. Ah! Yes, thank you. Give me all of that health back. I need that.
You can see why we need the sentry guns. There aren't enough of us to hold this position without them.
Lieutenant, the central outpost is under attack.
We require force multipliers. Ammo for everything, no questions asked.
We need those sentry guns.
Lieutenant, where is the generator?
If you continue on, you'll find it at the end of our fortifications.
Guardsmen will need your help until the guns are reactivated.
We will hold the line, Captain.
Follow the cables! Yeah, actually, yep, melt-a-gun. Right, trench clearing device. Yep. Give him the old murder the whole squad fast roping in from the ceiling routine. Yeah. Oh, that's a knob. And the knob is removed. Alright, where's the dudes with the rockets? Oh. Ah, close enough. Now I switch to my minimum range min-maxing weapon. Ha-ha! You've fallen for one of the most comedic classical blunders! Rushing the enemy with a perceived ranged bias, only to have him pull out his second weapon, which is a short-range bias. I have no weaknesses. You have gravely miscalculated your tactical appraisal of my combat abilities. Okay, those rockets are starting to become incredibly fucking annoying. Fuck you. Oh. Swear to God, I have pauldrons the size of a car tire. They should be able to withstand basic fragmentation. And then the knobs were immediately gunned down by the fucking chain guns. Haha! Sea Whiz! Well, now we let the machines handle it, because as everyone knows, the machine spirit serves mankind. As long as you watch it closely and slap it when it starts acting up. You know, give the toaster the old love tap.
Sidonis to Captain Titus. We are running into orcs down here. Nothing like above, though. Just enough to be an annoyance. We will be there soon.
Understood.
See here, yes, more melter gun ammo. This plasma, not really feeling it. Beep. Uh-oh. All right, it's time for this.
Out of here with that sparkling thing. I'm Boss Grimskull! This whole planet is mine! Whoa!
Right.
You've been at my heels for long enough, Orc. This ends now.
That's right! Cause I'm gonna kill you, Whitestone! Kill me! Stand still so I can kill you!
Sir, you've only succeeded in blowing up your own men. just having him mostly do all the work for me? He seems to be pretty proficient at killing his own men. Quite like that. Oh. Zap. I'm the main character! Ah, right, I can reload everything. I'm literally just standing here shooting you. What of it? You think you can drip on me from up there? You've made a grave tactical error, Greenskin. Wow.
Crush the Space Marines! I ain't finished with you yet, Space Marine!
But I am finished with you, Orc.
That boss had no health bar, however, he was still incredibly fucking easy. Just sit there, ripple firing the melter gun until the man drops. Oh, he sends lots of ads at you. Well, just kind of duck roll around and he will kill them himself with his own fucking attacks. Ah, yes. A power fantasy. A casual power fantasy.
Captain, the damned Orc is dead.
Finally, some good news.
This rail line will take us directly to the Titan Manufactorum.
The faster the better. Those orcs slowed us down.
And gave Nemiroth time to prepare his invasion. We must get to the Titan and destroy that warp gate.
Plasma gun gets you to that stage in like 2 full magazines with heavy shots.
Captain Titus,
oh well.
The orcs are running scared. What's happened?
The captain dealt with their war boss once and for all.
We have a chance now.
Bolster your defenses. The demon host will not be so easy to frighten off.
Good luck, Titus. All our hopes are with you.
This section reports 5,302 workers absent. The Magos has been notified.
We have notified the supervisor that no one showed up to work today.
Starkeys recognized. Full access granted.
Ultramarines, this is Princeps Enoch aboard Titan Invictus.
This is Captain Titus. What is the status of the Titan?
My crew and I are aboard Invictus, but she's immobilized. You will need to activate our berth's backup generator to release the mooring clamps.
Understood.
We must launch the ship. This brave and mighty vessel. Though she walks upon 2 legs, she's still basically the size of a fucking aircraft carrier. Or supposed to be, really. Ah, that is an old... Ah, right, that is a Chaos Space Marine. And that is also a Chaos Space Marine. Yeah, ow. Oh no, the one weakness of Space Marines. Literally anyone with a ranged weapon. Like, fuck, what's all the armor for? Yes, continue firing at the invincible teammates. Their meaningless deaths will assist me.
With my psychic abilities, I had drawn energy from the warp. I found a planet where I could work unobserved. A remote forge world. The Adeptus Mechanicus gave me free rein when I told them I was developing a weapon with a new, unorthodox energy source. They know the Xenos will soon choke humanity out of the galaxy. My weapon will help keep our species alive. They will not ask questions. Desperation cuts through bureaucracy.
Yeah, man, shit, whatever. We'll give you a house. We're all about that strictly not exactly legal stuff. So I caved and decided to buy the Mirage Fox Special Edition Master Grade Zoid model. Oh no, Dancing Fool. Falling to P Bandai. Or it's probably not P Bandai, the Mirage Fox. I'm trying to put a fucking a silhouette or a face on that, but fuck if I remember any of this shit about Zords. Remember most of the big things, but can't remember a lot of the other shit, or rather, most of it. Nor Bandai at all. I thought they were, well, they're Master Grade, so I thought they were plastic crack, but I guess not. Oh. Oh! Ow. That is a heavy bolter. This explains much of my frustrations. There happened to be a guardsman, like, on, like, level here, so I can just kind of ow! That man removed himself. Ow, 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 ow. I'm probably mostly safe. Jesus goddamn Christ. I just wanted to rush up here and punch a guardsman for health. But oh well.
Purge the enemy.
Entirely necessary just for the health recovery purpose now. Oh. Dirt! Ow. You know what? Cease your heretical nonsense. There we go. Oh goody, a heretic psyker. Yes, the exact thing, the exact example, the exact textbook example of psychers, why you shouldn't trust them. Or rather, when you employ psychers, watch them extraordinarily carefully. Eh? Oh. Oh. So unfortunately, Chaos Space Marines are a match for me as they are designed. They are also using incredibly powerful weapons. They can do everything I can do, which makes them a threat. They're me, but evil and palette swapped, and they look at NTR most likely. Literally the scum of the earth. Ah! Okay, that's shut. I don't think there's anything else over here, so green door it is. Green button door it is. So, there's a reason a lot of guard psychers are actually grateful to the commissars who shoot them before they are fully possessed. Yes. Unfortunately, it do be like that sometimes.
It is a noble and worthy thing.
You see, I'd like to believe that. I really would. Unfortunately, I'm not PewDiePie, so I can't actually say that entirely. I can't say that without, yeah, without fear for my livelihood. Just how it is.
Experimentation with the warp energy is proceeding rapidly. I no longer need to travel into the warp to pull more energy into this dimension. But I am encountering unexpected activity. I was naive to think that my incursion into warp space had gone unnoticed. Something has taken an interest. When I manipulate the energies, I feel a presence pushing against my psychic defenses, testing me.
Yeah, wow, it's almost like this was entirely a bad idea. Yep. Please tell me more about how the warp isn't actually just a passive, a passive, mine for energy, but is actually a sentient being that is, attempting to corrupt and destroy everything in normal space. Please tell me more about how that's actually actively trying to kill everyone.
All workers of Class 9 and above must report to their shifts despite the emergency.
No, you do not get a day off. No, you do not get leave under any circumstances.
There it is.
So that's But yes. Forgot to look up.
That did it, Ultramarines. If you can release our mooring clamps, we can bring devastation to the invaders. The renegades have it well guarded.
Understood.
We must release the clamps! Yeah, that's a rather small Titan. Yeah, that's, Yeah, you see where those lights are up there? By, like, normal scale, that's, like, probably where his, his lower torso, maybe crotch would be. This is rather incorrect scale. It's probably just due to engine limitations, because you can't have something literally this big be a physical model. That's closer to a knight than a Titan. Well, it's still bigger than a knight. Like a knight errant would probably come up to about kneecap level there. Maybe a little bit above, maybe a little bit below. Still fucking here! You are correct. It's probably closer to a Scout Titan or one of the Siege Knights. It would have been nice to have a knight errant somewhere around here, but unfortunately, knight errants hadn't been invented yet. This game came out in 2009. They hadn't actually made knight errants yet. Look at me hip-firing a las cannon.
I will feed you to the dark gods myself, Ultramarine.
Oh no, it's the cheating tag. Delete, 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 delete.
I will take care of the clamps. You and Leandros get the doors to the Manufactorum open.
Understood, Captain.
Huh. Aha!
I needed to test the warp device's capabilities. Running the Titan Manufactorum with it, or rather with the power source, provided a convenient opportunity. The tech priests are practically giddy with its success. But this is a trivial accomplishment. I am impatient to begin testing the warp device's psychic attributes. I'm just waiting for the live cargo to arrive.
But yes, let's continue experimenting and just kind of, you know, using the sentient warp energy to do things. I'm sure it totally won't backfire. Message of the day. If it looks heretical, feels heretical, probably is heretical.
We must use it to supercharge your weaponry.
The power source. The rites involved in using it safely. Only the High Fabricator himself.
Unless we act now, an entire Chaos fleet will hang over your forge world.
Understood.
Weapons authorization.
Ah.
Ultramarines chapter. The Emperor be with you, Space Marine.
Stormbolter! Stormbolter is a double-barreled bolt gun with a rate of fire that is just shy of that of the much heavier heavy bolter. The hail of projectiles comes at the expense of stability, limiting the weapon's effectiveness at medium to long range. Now the rapid gat. This dumbass figured out how to power the entire Manufactorum on something the size of a car battery and decided, nah, I'm gonna turn it into a weapon. You know how many Titans they could have built with that? Ah, but you see, that's just not fucking cool enough, man. Also, this is kind of where the whole ridiculous theocracy thing bites the Imperium in the ass, because super ultra mega powerful weapons are somewhat seen as good and then heretical the next day. So it's kind of weird. It's almost like some parts of the Imperium wish to keep these forever wars going for some bizarre fucking reason. Probably because they're all in bed with fucking chaos and we haven't actually figured it out yet.
Mooring clamps released. Invictus powering up now.
My battle brothers will have the gates open shortly. Maneuver Invictus close to the topmost gantries. I'm coming aboard.
Yes, Captain.
Yes. I will now enter the giant robot. Oh. What is this, Half-Life 2? Okay. I don't need to aim if I can manipulate time. Ah.
Lock it down. A demon is in the labs.
Authorization required to implement security protocol.
Drogon, Inquisitor, Ordo Xenos.
Repeat authorization. Speak clearly.
Drogon! Inquisitor! Ordo!
And the man has died, because wow, it's almost like he attempted to court chaos and died fucking horribly. Wow. Yes, yeah, Captain Shinji confirmed. Yes, Captain Shinji of the Imperial Guard, operating out of Manufactorum Nervus, with its well-known model, and the Emperor is on his throne, and all is right with the universe.
Enoch, I have a target for you. The orbital spire.
Spire? But Captain, it is a masterwork of the machine god.
It is feeding energy into the warp gate above it. If we are to stop this invasion, the spire must fall.
I understand.
And now, we bore the Titan to give it the juice.
Where must I bring the power source?
Travel across the armature to the starboard side, Captain. I will open a maintenance apps for the volcano cannon.
Protocol suspended. Access authorized.
You see, this would be much more impressive if this Titan was like 3 times the size. And oh. Damn it all, you heretical bastards! Yeah, yes, stunned. What am I gonna do up there? Oh, for the love of Christ.
Leap down to the rookways around the volcano cannon, Captain.
Actually, Avas and Titans have incredibly similar control methods and are about as likely to kill their pilots. See, it's a very easy switch here. This is why Adeptus Evangelion became, a thing, clearly. Even though I don't think there are rules for piloting Titans there.
Target the orbital spire.
Target acquired.
Firing now.
Zap!
Alarm. Ejecting power core. Shutting down all systems.
Captain, all systems are overloading. Did it work?
Invictus performed admirably, Enoch. The warp gate is closing.
Thank the machine god.
Shutting down all systems.
That probably should be expelling way more fucking heat here, but, oh well.
What's done it, Titus?
But Nemeroth and his demon host still roam free.
Though he is trapped on this world.
And all the more desperate to recover the power source. We must get it to safety, old friend.
Good news on that front. Lieutenant Mirror reports that the Liberation Fleet has entered the system. The Inquisition will surely have sent agents with the fleet, Captain. Perhaps we can return the device to them.
The Inquisition has already failed to stop its exploitation by Chaos. No one must use the device, Leandros, ever again. Contact Lieutenant Mira and have her divert a Valkyrie here to pick us up.
Yes, Captain.
Yes.
I suppose putting a bolt around through that damnable power source is out of the question.
Too risky. We could open another warp gate, for all we know. Upon our return to Macragge, I will confide it to the chapter master and his librarians.
And until then?
My most trusted brother will bring it to our strike cruiser and seal it in the armory.
We're going to put it inside a locked
Get this damn
box.
thing secured, Sergeant.
As quickly as I can. What will you be doing while I run this little errand?
There are still thousands of traitors and heretics on this world. I intend to drastically thin their ranks.
Lieutenant Mira's Valkyrie is on its way, Captain.
Excellent. We make for the landing pad. And watch for the Chaos Lord's forces.
But yes, put the power source in a locked box and tell the librarian it's super secret. They will understand.
Retrieve the warp device.
Sidonus, get to the landing pad.
Aye, Captain.
Oh, good lord. As soon as I turn around, there's more of you. It went that ammo really damn quick. Oh, look, even more. Just what I needed. More chaos. Down. Ah!
These traitors are determined, and this landing pad does not offer much cover.
Zapped. Oh no!
Sidonus! At last. No!
Ah, yes, the sparkly lantern.
Such a pretty bauble, hiding such immense power. This device is a gift from the Chaos Gods. It holds the key to my evolution, to my ascension to immortal demonhood. My armies will spill humanity's blood across the stars. You continue to resist my touch. Only a deep connection to the warp can explain this. Will you be joining us soon, brother?
No! Hand-holding is wholesome. No! True love does exist. Fuck you!
I couldn't reach him in time.
Sidonus died as we all should. In righteous battle. Do not give in to grief, Leandros. Turn your thoughts to vengeance. Nemeroth will pay in blood.
How are you still attacking me? You were stunned. Ow, though. Just what I needed. Indirect fire. Uh-oh. Cease! Cease your forward movement! That's clearly what we need, though, right now. We need the angry Marines. Where are the angry Marines?
Captain Titus, we're ready to transport you.
The Sergeant.
That traitor lord murdered him.
Ah! Our mouth disappeared for a split second.
Nemeroth killed Sidonus for the power source. You said the Inquisitor's work was heretical, Leandros. You are right.
What do you mean?
Nemeroth plans to use the power source to trigger his transformation into a demon prince.
Abomination!
How can we stand against such a creature?
I will kill Nemeroth when he's most vulnerable. During the transformation. Safeguard Sidonus until the apothecary arrives. Then join the Imperial attack.
Going alone is suicide. Or worse. We know the enemy takes great interest in your connection to Chaos.
Do you fear my falling to Chaos?
Of course not.
Actually, yes.
Behind your resistance, it can only be to the enemy's favor.
Actually, I've been hinting at that the entire fucking story.
Can get you close enough for a killing blow.
I will destroy Nemeroth with skill and steel. or die trying.
I will get good or die trying!
This comes into play during battle. So be it. So be it.
I will totally outskill him. 100% no cheese.
I must reach the orbital spire.
Farewell, Captain.
Hard work occupies the body and distracts the mind. It is a noble and worthy thing.
Stench of aliens permeates this facility, but it is tolerable because it represents progress. I acquired specimens for experimentation. Orc, Tau, Eldar. Even a Tyranid Lictor, which nearly caused a revolt among my tech priest allies. I designed the weapon to use the warp energies to target the weak points in the Xenos brain and rupture them. That is the tidy theory. When I put it into practice, however, the specimen's head explodes. Distasteful, but effective. The weapon works.
Yes, the wonders of Drogon experimenting on Tau and Eldar waifus. Yes, this is all why did no one stop this man? Clearly, someone should have seen that this was headed into headed into places that were not fucking good. But oh well, that's one thing. If everyone's acts smartly, we don't have a story. If someone fucks up, then we don't have a story. If someone doesn't fuck up, then we don't have a story. There's a rather fun quote from old Uncle Adolf himself. It says, "Your strength arises from the weakness of others." Kinda right! Kinda had a point there. My strength as a main character does arise from the weakness and incompetence of other fucking people. Oh, that's not good. The wonders of chaos squad spawning, I suppose. Ah, I'm back. What happened? I literally stood in front of a fire hose of bullets. Ouch. Well, better luck next time. Oh.
Captain Titus, the Liberation Fleet is in orbit. Fresh troops are landing, preparing to assault the orbital spire.
It may be severed, but it's still the enemy's strong point.
The fleet is preparing an all-out assault.
Their attack will not be enough to stop the forces.
I know.
Nice whiff. Last cannon still has some juice in it. Stormbolter is basically out of ammo, might as well grab the plasma. Well, there was ammo, but oh well. Get them. Their head hitbox is actually, like, above their heads. You can one-hit kill them, but you have to kind of aim like they have invisible fucking horns or something. Oh. .2010 hitboxes. Don't aim for the head. Aim above. Right? Yeah. 2010 hitboxes. Lag compensation in an offline game. Is there time dilation on that fucking grenade? I hear many heretical things in the distance. No, a little lower. A little lower. Wow, okay. Fucking cheap-ass motion prediction. Have you heard of Tuska Daemon Killer? Not really? Sounds vaguely familiar, but no. I'm gonna say no. Oh. Is he dead? There we go. Was that an attempted nothing personal fucking kid? Not today, fucker. Yes, dodge into the bullets. That one seems a tad confused. That one doesn't know what the fuck he's looking at. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, nothing quite like a heavy machine gun to, to keep the forces of chaos at bay.
The warp device. Where is it?
Safe from you, demon.
You will tell me after you're dead.
More of these amazing plans going well. Around the start of the chaos part, middle approaching the end. But yeah, more amazing plans by Drogon, working amazingly. No problems here. Joke's on you, Agents of Chaos! I am protected by the works of John Moses Browning! Emperor bless him himself! It is unfortunate that we don't actually have a stubber. That would be rather entertaining. I mean, we're already kind of using a vehicle weapon here with wheeling around this las cannon, but, you know, a heavy stubber, a Marine walking around with a heavy stubber would probably be hilarious. Which is basically just an M2 Browning.
Ultramarines, this is Captain Titus.
Captain Titus, Underhull Glance of Jove is at your disposal, Captain.
I must reach the orbital spire. Tell your pilot to make his approach.
Yes, sir.
Oh yes, it's now time for the Relic brand Space Marines to make their appearance.
Bloodraven Squad Corvus reporting in, Captain Titus. We joined the Liberation Fleet at Bakar, along with a squad of Black Templars.
Unleash the fury you showed in the Aurelian Crusade, and we will be glad to have even a few Blood Ravens with us.
You may rely on that, Captain.
Then join the forces driving into the demon host, and stop any enemies trying to follow me up the orbital spire.
None shall find us wanting.
Honor and glory, Bloodraven.
Ha ha! Dawn of War references. And before they die horribly. No, it's fine. They're just traitor legions in disguise. But don't talk about that. We're not supposed to talk about that one. But there's something homey and nostalgic about the Blood Ravens, even though they are literally just for video games. They're accepted as canon now, but there's just something... There's just something so Space Marine about them now, thanks to the Relic video games. There's just something so classic about them. Metal boxes, steel frame. Guess that's why GW took them in. I suppose so. It's an interesting story. They kind of work out, but it's just I don't know. There's something that just works about their color palette, I guess. But that's well, it's owing to Dawn of War's design for them. I don't know. It may just be my own nostalgia there. It's probably my own rose-tinted glasses because I didn't actually have an exposure to Warhammer before the original Dawn of War. So I had absolutely no exposure to Dawn of War anything until I actually played, or Warhammer anything until I actually played Dawn of War. So the Ultramarines might be, you know, baby's first Space Marine company for most people who play the tabletop. The Blood Ravens are that for people who play the video games. It doesn't make them good, it just makes them funny to see. Hippity hoppity, stop harassing that man and his property! Back! Back, you vile fiends! Zap! Gentlemen, it may be actually advantageous for you to use your melee animations.
Drive them back!
Captain Boreal is what makes the Blood Smurfs epic. Battle, brothers! I often wonder about Captain Boreal's performance. Did that voice actor know what he was doing? Did he intentionally, deliver an incredibly bad, hammy-as-fuck performance? And the audio engineers just looked at him and went, you know what, fine, that's great, just keep it. Was it an inside joke the entire time?
Ultramarines, deploy on my mark.
I am stuck. Oh, there we go. Ting tong 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 tong. Excuse me. Jesus, all I need to be is a fucking Grey Knight now, and we have an American flag marching down here. But, oh hey! Wait a minute. This isn't quite a stubber, but it'll work. That is quite a large amount of heresy down there. I'm going to preserve ammo. Unfortunately, that is the end of the segment, and I can't keep this.
Very good.
Your orders, Captain.
Contain the chaos threat here.
Understood. Thunderhawk ready for transport, Captain Titus.
I will need all your skill, pilot.
I will take you into the Eye of Terror if you ask it, Captain.
The orbital spire will do for today, brother.
Unfortunately, I cannot keep this autocannon with me and just drop with it. This bridge is now Blood Raven property. Get out. We are now entering the esoteric, otherworldly dimension level. We're reaching the end of the video game here for first-person shooter, tropes. And I was given the Thunderhammer, which I'm okay with the Thunderhammer, but that means they took all of my... Well, I didn't take all of my guns. They're stuffed in my back pockets.
No, brother. Rejoin our forces and bring fury to the enemy. This battle is mine alone.
Yes, sir.
Now we go up. Visible violent death. That's a fun one. Hip! Wait a minute, wait, hang on. Full start there. Wow, okay. Excuse me, jump back. There we go. Uh-oh.
Never forgive.
Looks like I got a potato. What a faulty piece of equipment.
I will hold here as long as I can, Captain.
No, brother. Rejoin our forces and bring fury to the enemy. This battle is mine alone.
Yes, sir.
Ground pounded too hard there. And everyone is dead. No, I've learned this lesson. There we go. Oh, no! Almost made the same mistake again in a new and interesting way. Jumping puzzles, kinda.
This madness will not stop me, and neither will you.
Little bit of a delay there. Okay, this fucker. Okay, well, as long as he left, because those fuckers hurt. Ah, there it is. Ha ha! Fuck you, psycho.
I've encountered unexpected results. Warp energies affect different species in different ways. Essentially, I can tune this weapon to cause maximum damage to whatever enemy we face. If humans are caught in the blast wave, they will not be harmed.
Probably.
Good news, I suppose. I've not slept in 2 days. The more I use the warp device, the stronger the assault on my psychic shield. I need rest.
Yeah, I need rest. However, this unlimited power, though. I need more of this unlimited power, though. Oh. Excuse me. Yeah, bonk! That still managed to kill most of them.
Your brothers thought the same, traitor. Their corpses lie behind.
This massive, unending stun lock. Oh, well, no, there's the end, unfortunately. Oh, no. But that means the end is near. The Joyride segment has ended. We have reached the final phase of the video game. The boss is only the last enemy left. It's the only one remaining. The ammunition, yes, the pre-boss battle ammunition right before the clearly marked pre-boss battle, elevator. Right. Why in God's name would I want that? Alright, so, unfortunately, I can't, I should have kept the melter gun. I have the plasma gun and the las cannon. The las cannon has served me well this playthrough. Unfortunately, the las gun did not come with any fucking ammo. Ow, 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 ow. Wow, that's incredibly ineffective. Jesus. This fight is definitely not going my way rather quickly. Good lord. It would have been simple if the las gun actually had any fucking ammo in it.
I possess this Inquisitor. I possess his secrets. The warp device is here. So close. But how can I get to?
Let the galaxy burn!
Adding to the numerous reasons why you shouldn't trust psychers with anything.
Hold the door! Kill the weak!
Miscalculation! Oh. Ah, yes. Oh no! Ah, damn it.
It's worth doing. It's worth dying for.
Yeah, I probably should have got the Storm Bolter. That probably would have been a better idea. I just do not like the plasma gun. Yeah, big plasma meme, but unfortunately, yeah, no, that doesn't actually work half as well as I want it to. It's innate inaccuracy, I think. There's a bit of splash there, but it's not a very good weapon to be using when you're dealing with multiple high health opponents. Or above average health. Yeah, sure, if you're shooting at a bunch of fucking minions, they die horribly. But it is not exactly the weapon of choice that you want to be wielding when you're dealing with, say, multiple Space Marines and probably a Psyker. It also runs out of ammo incredibly fucking quickly. Oh, good! Fuck you! Swear to fucking God, fucking Psychers. I've given up all of my worldly possessions for immense DPS and alpha damage. Fuck you, min-maxing bitch. And now we go up. Slightly faster up because we didn't do the Snake Eater infinite elevated to loading screen. It's not quite Mass Effect.
There is much blood in the land. For all those you have killed. For Sidonus. And for the Emperor, I will finish this.
Dread gods of chaos, I am Nemeroth, your herald and champion. I have burned 1,000 worlds in your dark names. You challenged me to recover this fragment of your power. And I have done so. There, the slaves of the false emperor, who dared claim it as their own, lie dead at my hand.
There was a melta there. Was there a melta? Son of a bitch, hang on. Go back. Go back. Go back. Where's that melta? Hang on, back up. Oh, that was a melta. I thought that was the fucking grenade launcher. Ah, good. All right. All right, now Nemeroth. Now I'm gonna kick your ass.
I return your dark relic to you. I offer up this world and all those upon it.
I misidentified the weapon.
Ask for the reward that was promised.
You want to talk to your gods? I will send you to them.
Admit it, Titus. The power of chaos is within you, calling to this relic. Imagine the Ultramarines dominating this galaxy in glorious conquest, with you at their head.
It's already written by Mike Ward, though. Matt Ward already wrote that, though.
Nothing you say can tempt me from the path of honor, or from avenging the deaths of my battle brothers.
It is already written. I've already lived it. This temptation is not. Heretic. I must save that for the boss encounter here.
Grant me your favor. Corrupt my flesh.
Oh wait, yeah, no.
Make me demon-kind. Show this fool the true nature.
The victory!
Zap. Zap. Oh well. Ah, yes.
Look to the skies lately, Captain Titus. You opened a gateway to the chaos world. Already our legions are pouring.
Ow, 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 ow.
Was trying to save this planet from one invasion. Instead, he ushered in another.
How textbook? Rather, how storybook? Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow. Fuck you, psychers! Ah! Have I ever told you that psychers are complete bullshit? Good thing I have infinite retries, because apparently I'm infused with chaos.
The slaves of the false emperor.
Swear to fucking Christ.
Dared claim it as their own.
Swear to fucking Christ.
Lie dead at my hand.
Do I have to watch the cutscene again? Okay. Very good now. Oh, there we go. Thank you.
You are no threat to me now, Ultramarine.
Yeah, so I'm not actually fighting you immediately because video game. I was trying to conserve ammo, but they kept throwing these weird-ass fucking engagements at me. I was figuring that I was going to be, relatively quickly, fighting him, and then immediately wrecking him. But no.
The true nature of power.
Is it just me, or there's slightly more Chaos Marines than normal? Or than there was before? Oh, maybe because I immediately melted them before. Wow, okay. Thanks for the hit points. Okay, and now there's these guys who drain all of my health.
The slave of the false emperor was trying to save this planet from one invasion. Instead, he ushered in another.
Okay, now we can actually play the video game again. Where was I? Unfortunately, this doesn't work like Doom chess.
Your pathetic Imperial forces will be scoured clean from this world.
Oh, for the love of Christ.
My entire invasion fleet will cross into this reality.
Get back in bounds, nerd! Wow, what a cheating bitch. Oh, for the love of Christ. Yes, I would have killed him if he hadn't slid behind the invisible barrier of chaos. Ah, sweet mother of Christ. This is just becoming annoying.
The slaves of the false emperor.
Okay, so Demeltagun is not actually proving good here because it's just I don't have enough ammo. Let us try the Stormbolter. That's the Ultramarine that has infinite HP. I mean, yes, but I still keep getting boxed into a fucking corner. And then also the enemy that I would have killed and, you know, would have had an easy time there, suddenly decided, no, I'm gonna, you know, slide behind this barrier, keeping you in bay. But okay, fine. I suppose this game really hasn't offered up a challenge, so oh well, we'll end on one, I guess. It is normal difficulty after all. See, really, what the game needs, what this game needs is I need the ability to hoard all the power weapons in all of my slots.
The true nature of...
Oh, for the love of Christ. Will you die, please? I swear to God, melee ranged weapons, ranged weapon damage in this game was a mistake. And, of course, I am nowhere near that guy. Fuck you.
Have you looked to the skies lately, Captain Titus? You opened a gateway to the Chaos Realm, Captain. Already, our legions are...
I like how the Psychers can keep attacking even when they're stunned, too. I'm pretty sure that stunned thing doesn't really mean anything. And now I'm surrounded again. Barely alive, okay. Okay. Fucking God. Fuck you. Just fuck you. Fuck you in particular. Nobody ever gets to be a Psyker ever again.
Soon, my entire invasion fleet will cross into this reality.
Let's try and think about this tactically here. I'd like to fire again, please. I'd like to fire again, please.
Your task is hopeless, Titus. I have the will of the Dark Gods behind me.
Yeah, well, Zinch and Korn probably like this infinite fucking blood sport thing. This is why I probably keep respawning. I think the Dark Gods are pretty entertained by this, so you know it's probably why I'm able to respawn forever.
Killing my servants matters little. I am unassailable. The gods of chaos protect me with the very energies of creation.
You forget, Nemeroth. I am no stranger to the touch of the warp.
And then I just knocked him off the building. All right, this part. Right, okay, this is silly. Yes, and now I have entered. I have engaged the secret hidden power of all Ultramarines. Press X rapidly to defeat chaos and not die. Ow. Also, when did I get the chain sword? I don't know. Rock'em sock'em chaos lords. Yeah, good. You're laughing, I'm laughing. Everybody's fine. Good sportsmanship. And then I broke the Chaos Twinkie and saved the world. Woo.
Look there, Ultramarine. You have saved this world.
Oh no, I'm superficially wounded by my immense exertion there. That's some serious goddamn button mashing.
I see the Ultramarines are human, after all.
More than you know, Lieutenant.
Inquisition is here.
His injuries appear chaos inflicted. You are certain of this charge?
Captain Titus has been corrupted by chaos, Inquisitor Thrax.
I am no heretic.
You lie! Only an agent of chaos could withstand such warp exposure.
I sent the demon to oblivion.
But did you have unholy assistance? We must know. You will submit to my authority, Captain. or the
Shut up,
Inquisition must
Leandross.
conclude that you have corrupted every Ultramarine under your command, not to mention those who stand at your side.
Relentless Black Templar giggling in the background, but this is why Leandross is the worst girl, thank you, Jumoon.
Ignore his threats. Come on.
The Inquisition will destroy you, Mira, and the Ultramarines will be forever dishonored. Leave my brothers and the Lieutenant alone. I will come with you. I do not know why I can resist the touch of chaos, but I swear I will discover the truth.
We will discover many truths, Space Marine.
Codex Astartes leaves no room for doubt. You cannot touch the warp and emerge unscathed.
The Codex Astartes is a set of rules. They guide us, shape us as Ultramarines, teach us to hold duty and honor sacred above all. But how we live with those rules is the true test of a Space Marine. And you have failed.
When did I get a drum mag on my bolter? Excuse me? When did I get that? Where did that come from? Why did they hand me a drum mag? And then we never got a sequel! And then we never got a sequel to a very competent game. We get useless sequels and useless continuations filled with, you know, dumbed down mechanics or outright horrifying things like microtransaction. But this game doesn't get a sequel. We never get the sequels to the ones that we want. And when we do, they're terrible, unfortunately. But unfortunately, the games that we already like today that exist in front of us that we do not like, they get sequels more often than these. Also, Leandros, you realize that the librarians are suckers, right? Don't look into it too hard. I'm sure everything at the top of the Ultramarines is totally kosher. Could be worse. Could be another Fire Warrior. That was a game that was intentionally jank and probably, it could use a sequel, but that game had problems. This game didn't have any fucking problems at all. This was a perfectly fine, boxed, completed, and sold, experience here. I mean, the ending relies really heavily on that sequel bait that never got fucking expanded upon. It's kind of a bit of a fucking shame when you have situations like that where we don't design stories that end. We design stories that give you enough and say, hey, if you yell enough, we'll buy the next, we'll make another one so you can buy that one too. But, generally speaking, this is a perfectly fine game for what it is. It is a perfect way to waste, like, 8 hours, I want to say, somewhere around there. If you just play through on normal, you could probably finish in one sitting, and originally I think I did. And it was quite a, a nice experience playing this. So, really, this game, there's nothing really to complain about with this game. Aside, the melee combat's a little clunky. I mean, it's not exactly like Batman Arkham Asylum, where you have to have amazing precision, but it's still it's still really fucking easy to whiff a bunch of enemies and look like a complete moron and feel like you're wasting tremendous amounts of time. Ranged enemies do a little bit too much fucking damage for my liking, but, oh well. Aside from that, the game is fun. It looks great, even today. It's acted competently. The story is generic, but it's pleasant in being generic, and like I said, nowadays we kind of desperately need more reminders and mementos of normalcy while we sit and live through Hell Year and its extensions. So there's not really all that much wrong with this game aside from small nitpicks that, at worst you'd smash a coder over the head and have him edit a fucking text file. You only play Fire Warrior if you want to feel the jank. I understand this. I know some of Fire Warrior. I watched an in-depth review. It's also kind of a bitch to get running on normal systems. Dude, are you gonna do the soccer series with Misery before 2 drops? You know, I was thinking about that. I may actually finally sit down and finish Clear Sky, because I've never actually finished Clear Sky. I finished Shadow of Chernobyl on my own and on stream. Call of Pripyat, I haven't finished on stream, but I played that game so many fucking times. The only Stalker game that I have not actually finished is Clear Sky, so we may play that in the run-up, to Stalker, and, we might just sit and stalk around until, launch night, until Stalker 2 actually unlocks. So we'll see how that goes, but yeah, no, definitely much more Stalker in the future. And there's also Into the Radius whenever I get my index replaced, which is, it's not quite Stalker, but it's definitely getting most things right. It's just that it's got its own little set of idiosyncrasies, like it being way more combat-based than I really took it for. It is kind of a slog in a lot of ways, and I think when I actually have my index, I'm going to adjust how I play that game or how I approach it. Because it's definitely not as... It feels as random as the zone can be, but definitely there's a whole lot more combat around every fucking corner than there would be in a Stalker game. There's less spaces for quiet, and more just, I'm 2 feet away from the next fucking gunfight. So, Into the Radius has its own little, its own unique qualities about it, but we'll definitely be playing more of that, and then, Stalker in general, and definitely on the night of actually, playing Stalker 2. And then also playing Stalker 2, because Stalker 2 looks fucking rad. The only game I haven't finished is Clear Sky, the Bolt Bags. Well, at least it's not vanilla Clear Sky with the relentless grenade throwing. Pripyat feels like you can avoid a ton of combat, because Pripyat is what I hope Stalker 2 is. Because, yeah, they could have some, enhancements and, changes. They look like they're looking like with the, whatchamacallit, the anomaly detector maybe being changed around a little bit, and then maybe also bringing back the having to have anomalies inside of storage cans. Maybe, possibly, they're taking some hints from Misery. So, and other mods as well, like, you would expect, because the mods are why Stalker is still alive and relevant in, most gaming spheres. It's not mainstream, but that Stalker is immortal. You can't fuck with that. So, what I expect to see is Stalker 2 is Call of Pripyat with as big or bigger overall size in terms of, like, a traversable area as Call of, or rather, Shadow of Chernobyl. Less loading screens, bigger environments, but generally speaking, Call of Pripyat with more. That's what I want, because Call of Pripyat's gameplay is Stalker perfected in my book. Yeah, mods can add to it and fuck with it, but for the vanilla experience, only analyzing vanilla games, Call of Pripyat is what Stalker wanted to be from the get-go, but it took time to get there. I can't wait to see people complain about Stalker 2 being hard on easy. Yeah, that's gonna be a fun thing. You watch them walk over easy mode and fall for the first fucking trap of Stalker. The game gets harder on fucking, easy because it's fair. So you go up to master and then you one-hit people and you, try not to get one-hit yourself. Where's the people complaining it's too easy on hard? Those people, you won't see those people. You won't see those people complaining it's too easy on hard, because those people will either be Stalker veterans, or they will be complaining about other things, like the tremendous jank in the game, most likely. They won't get it. They won't understand. They'll ask, why is this game so weird? Why are the NPCs doing this? What is with all this quality, like we're looking at Mass Effect? But no, Stalker is actually a game where you totally can and will run into situations where enemies are looking at you with their guns pointed fucking backwards. Or they're crouch walking through a field randomly for no fucking reason. Or there's weird fucking animations and physics bugs, because that's just the Stalker experience. You find those things in a Stalker game, you are living it. What's with the grenades landing at your feet? Well, that's Clear Sky. That's patched out. That's a Stalker we don't want to remember. But that's part of the experience. Stalker is somewhat you know, Stalker is a part of an elite class of video games where the jank is part of the experience and is totally accepted and adds to the experience. The mainstream kiddies that come in and play it are not gonna fucking understand, but I hope that Stalker 2 is, you know, a well-polished, you know, finished game. It's just, the thing is that the bar for Stalker is unique in that all it has to do is not crash to the point of being unplayable. But even then, the X-Ray engine in Shadow of Chernobyl particularly was a fucking crash-happy motherfucker. That's just normal things too, but the only thing that, my point is that the bar for Stalker is situated as such is the only thing the game has to do is let you play it. And that's it. And it's guaranteed to be at least as good as its predecessors. And if it's not as good, it will be immediately righted by mods. Literally right out of the gate, because that's what the Stalker community does. So, that I can't, there is absolutely no fucking possible way that Stalker 2 will be a bad game for reasons that the other games are bad. Like, other games are... The problem with those other games is those games are pretentious, and they walk around with so much, you know, pomp and clout and hype. And then when they're shoddy, you know, underdeveloped and unfinished messes like, say, Mass Effect Andromeda, it's insulting. Stalker, it's made by Slav coders who, you know, you know what to expect from these people. These people aren't out to most of these people aren't out to, you know, wow you or, you know, pad their egos. They're out to make a game by any means necessary. And unfortunately, that means a lot of duct tape and chewing gum and paper clips. But what they produce is genuinely very sound experiences. You know, sometimes very hard and sometimes generally impossible and incredibly fucking buggy. But the ones that do work, they leave an impression, and that is what sticks with you in these sorts of situations. Valve and the Index are being investigated for possible product safety testing issues, including bribing to bypass safety testing. Oh no. Depending on how this turns out, the Index may be forced to be recalled or outright banned, and Valve may face major criminal charges. The move is partly due to independent product safety groups, partially Oculus lobby. Gee, I wonder what fucking Zuckerberg is up to there. That doesn't sound really unbiased at all. It's almost like Facebook wants to eliminate its competition, but unfortunately, I'm going to have to actually side with the very suspect quality control for Valve's, you know, their Index, because mine kind of almost melted on my face. It didn't actually melt. Thankfully, the plastic and the circuit board that melted through the top rim of the inside of the headset stopped before it got to my nose, but it got kind of close to my nose, and by chance I noticed it. There was no sparking, no blue smoke, or anything like that. A circuit board and, you know, some kind of ribbon cable connector got way too fucking hot and burned its way through the fucking headset. So, I'm gonna have to say that Valve should, in fact, probably look past its current situation and actually, seriously fucking fix their quality control for their headsets. I'm one of those people that bought an Index and had them break on me. It broke itself a week after I got it, but the thing is, I was expecting it, so I wasn't terribly mad, because I knew I was buying a very fragile piece of very expensive equipment, and I was treating it like glass, and even if I was, well, kind of safe in the knowledge, or rather, acceptant in the knowledge that it may just break on its own, and it did. So I knew what I was walking into, because I knew I had a 1-year warranty. And I'm actually invoking that 1-year warranty a week after I got it. Who the fuck knew? The warranty is actually very good. And apparently, yeah, the RMAs are fairly quick. I just had to wait a day because Steam support got me yesterday morning and then left me on hold until today. But, yeah, Diabito, that has some logical ground behind it, but Oculus lobbying to have their opponent investigated with their really kind of shoddy business practices, and Facebook's very visible attempt to monopolize on the VR market. Yeah, how about, you know what, I'm just gonna go to, you know, in my case, I'm just gonna go to, my stance on the matter is, I will go to Mr. Gaben's office. I will sit down and have a very nice, very polite, very calm conversation with Video Game Santa Claus, and I will tell him, look, you might need to look at your fucking quality control. I bought a very expensive piece of equipment for you, and it broke itself, and probably almost, not seriously bodily harmed, but probably a fairly nasty third-degree burn was, potentially there. I would have a very nice, restrained conversation with him. I don't want to destroy Valve as a company, because we do need Valve, because Valve is at least somewhat impartial in a lot of ways. They're incredibly powerful, and the Steam monopoly is, well, a monopoly by definition, but in terms of horrible overlords, looking over at the table at Zuckerberg and his Inhuman Lobster Man bullshit, yeah, I'd rather take Gaben just kind of being somewhat neglectful rather than, Lobster Man bullshit. So, yeah. But anyway. Valve, Epic, or Zuckerberg? Valve. Epic will, talk lots of bullshit and be like, hey, we're a company that's based around the, that's based around people and expertise of the founding of video games, essentially, and then deliver you a shit product. Zuckerberg will, attempt to warp social, media into doing things that aren't really all that kosher. Valve will just not pick up the phone. Or they'll pick up the phone, the day after. That's Valve's fucking problem. They're just so fucking successful that they are incredibly laid back and they're not really doing anything. They're not all that, sharp or responsive or, in a lot of cases, responsible in some cases. However, they are forgiven because they're not evil. They are probably one of the least evil game companies, and I only have to look to the porn situation on Steam where they went, oh, we're gonna remove porn from Steam because, it seems the right thing to do. Having their user base going, no, fuck that, don't do that, and them stopping and going, huh, well, maybe we made a mistake. Here's your porn. So, is Facebook gonna sell actually porn? No. Is Epic gonna sell actually porn? No. Is EA gonna sell actually porn? No. Does Valve have literally porn on their storefront that is freely circulated just like any other content? Yes. That is... People kind of overlook that as a massive leap forward for, mainstream video gaming, that kind of content is available, and just like, hey, it's business. That's maturity. I mean, yeah, sure, the games are kind of spotty, quality-wise, depending on which one you want, and it is, you're looking for porn, so it's not exactly a social thing. But in the end, that's a massive leap forward for, maturity in video games in, compared to, like, Space Marine, for example. 2010. Fucking unexposed titty, completely uncensored and exposed titty and vag on screen in a retail video game? Are you insane? We've changed, though. That's actually very important, and Valve is a major retailer that is facilitating and maintaining that kind of positive change. That's really good. So I can say that Valve isn't fucking evil. They're just fucking lazy. But across the aisle, Epic, EA, Zuckerberg, and his Facebook empire, Twitter, basically the US government at this point. I can look over there and I can see, no, I don't really trust them all that much. Valve is a fat giant, and maybe not the best, but they sure as fuck ain't the worst, exactly. And this is why I hear these, this is why, while resentment and, acknowledgement of flaws is important, these attempts at hate campaigns that I see for Steam and Valve's, and, hating on their monopoly are really just the dumbest fucking things that I've heard, because look around you and tell me who else this big is actually doing their job right. Okay, and then tell me who else is doing their job better than these people that is this big right now with this much, with this much to offer. The answer is fucking no one. So, pick your fucking battles there. Wait until we actually have a level playing field in terms of quality and, content offering before you, fucking take a hammer to Steam and Valve over, it being a monopoly. It's a monopoly because it's a good fucking service. that is maintained purely because it is in fact a good service, and Steam is a very easy way of buying video games. Yeah, sure, always online DRM is a pain in the ass, but lots of games you can just start from the Steam lobby without actually having to open Steam. And, you know, it's still something we'd rather not fucking have, but in terms of, you know, what we have to offer around Steam, you definitely don't want to take down fucking, the Tower of Babel that is fucking Steam first, because then we have absolutely nothing, and then we're just gonna be exploited by other people because there's nothing to measure up to, because the thing you took, the biggest thing to measure up to, you just knocked over. So why the fuck would we follow those standards? Why? Because they're morally right? No, fuck you. If a corporation can get away with benefiting themselves and facing no legal repercussions, they will do it. Even if it actively hurts you, the consumer, or an individual in general in the world. If they can get away with zero legal repercussions, they will do it. That's how corporations work, and that's why you shouldn't trust them. But in terms of corporations, Valve is probably, arm's length literally the best thing that we got. We might even give them a high five occasionally. So, battles, priorities, self-awareness. These are very hard things to actually, have in the modern day, apparently, because we're all sitting here either trying to drive, sticking our fingers in their ears, trying to wait for the crazies to fucking finally run out of breath and probably fall over dead, or or you're one of the crazies and you're running around screaming at things that don't fucking matter and basically ruining everything for everyone else. So, this is just me preaching to the choir, apparently. You all know this. My audience is smart. You're not very big, but you are very determined, you're very supportive, and you're mostly intelligent. At least in the things that matter. So, Facebook is trying to use this to force Valve to sell to them. It's obvious. Yeah, that's not gonna fucking happen, but yeah, no. Facebook wants to eat the VR market, and no, you don't want that. You don't want that at all, and you will, even if you have any reservations for, free market, no, because the market isn't fucking free. The market right now is rigged to fucking back. You will have a Facebook monopoly on VR, and no one will be able to get near it, because Facebook will obliterate, by any means necessary, any attempts at competition. And they will not be prosecuted for it, because look at what they're doing right now. Look at what Facebook has been doing for the last couple of years. Have they faced serious prosecution for it? No. Why? Because they're paying people off. So, trust in the free market? Not right now. Oh, fuck, not right now. Trust no one. Good old Ronnie's advice. Verify. Trust and verify. Don't just trust. But that's enough rambling by me today, ladies and gentlemen. Titus here shooting orcs repeatedly in the face while I am raging about the frustrations of the average daily man in the West. Is somewhat fitting. However, unfortunately, all we have are these old power fantasies to tide us over until things clear up a bit, and God, I hope they do. But that is what Space Marine is good at, to bring things back in a messy segue. It is a well-made, not exceptionally fantastic or world-changing, but a product of an age that we have left and we sorely need back. You may call it, at the day of its, on its release, an average game, but this is average to a spec that we don't really get anymore. So, this is something that, an example to hold of many. If you look around, there are many games like Space Marine if you hunt for them. But this is an example of an experience that is simple, but accomplishes what you would want out of a simple experience like this. It is a game where you play an 8-foot-tall man and you punch orcs in the face repeatedly. That's pretty much it. You feel powerful, you feel empowered by the video game, and it's an enjoyable 8-hour experience, and it was, if I remember correctly, $7 on Steam during the summer sale. Might cost a little bit more now, though. But this is it's kind of like taking a random off-the-shelf product, you know, off the shelf from a store back in time when things were actually good. It's a bar for quality that we don't have anymore. Even if it is average on that bar of quality, that's how far we've kind of slipped with the quality in video games in the last couple of years. We have relentlessly politicized and dropped the bar on quality in all areas in video gaming to where you have unfinished products that are built on, you know, basically pipe dreams and outright lies. That's what we have. Some games may be fixed at launch with some patches, but they have lingering problems with lack of content or poor direction, or you just have games that show up with no content and it is blatantly obvious that they didn't have any fucking content to begin with, or they're waiting to give you the content for a price, or they're waiting for more people to buy the game before the publisher commits to actually giving the developer resources. That's what roadmaps have become. So this is not that. This is not any of that. This is a very simple 8-hour experience, complete. Again, ends a little sequel baity, but, you know, I think it deserves a sequel at the end of the day, but it's a polished and complete experience that is pretty straightforward with what it wants to achieve, mostly achieves it, and then it's over. So, what happened to this? This used to be so fucking easy. It was so easy, it was boring. What happened to this? But more vague rhetorical questions into the warp aside, Space Marine is and was and still is a pretty good game. It's not shockingly amazing, but it is an enjoyable experience that anyone would, anyone, of the willing would be happy to waste an afternoon, maybe two, playing. That if you haven't played the game before, and you wanted an experience to waste 8 hours or roundabouts, and where you are an 8-foot tall man that punches orcs in the face, this does the job. And it does so without anything. Without any politics, without any glaring shortcomings, maybe a few annoyances, in there a little bit, but everything kind of balances out to a perfectly fine experience that is just a nice little joyride. And we don't have those any fucking more. And if we have those, they're indie games and they're in suspect states of, completeness and quality. Average is not bad. If anything, it is a way to decompress and return to a real way of thinking without hysteria or maddening anger. A decompressing valve. This is true. Coming down to a baseline experience is important because baseline is baseline. Normal is normal. When you need to find normal, normal is important because that's what you're looking for. Normal. You want to come down, you want to, have your feet touch the ground again. A normal experience is important because that's the reference point for fucking normal, which apparently, we don't have very many reference points for normal anymore, do we?
KDS stands.
Thank you, Eggroll. Welcome back, sir. But I miss games not having some sort of agenda, aside from selling you a product. That's what we don't have anymore. Video games are not about selling you the product on the disc, and this is a very important example of that. Space Marine is what it looks like when the product is the thing on the disc. This is one of those games that was packaged as a complete product for you to buy, and this is what you're getting for $60 about. $40 to $60. This is, you are buying the disc in the box and buying the contents on the disc, not buying a live service, or buying something that isn't what it says it is, or buying some frothing at the mouth, political activists, mad rambling stapled into a game that looked cool from the outside, but is actually trash. This is I made a good product, please buy my good product. Or rather, just even, I made a product, this should live up to your standards, please buy this. And when you ask it, oh, well, explain the qualities of this product. Well, and then you look over at it, you play it, and you see that it does in fact have mostly what it says. This is a shocker, really. This is an amazing fucking feat for modern video gaming because they've just gone off the cliff. The major problem with video gaming today is not about selling you the game. It's about selling you some kind of service, or in some cases, selling you on some kind of fucking narrative too, because that shit's getting excruciatingly loud. Like, look, if you want to emphasize certain things about your game, or rather certain things about your storytelling or your world, that's perfectly fine. If you don't make a fun fucking game, though, it's worthless, so you gotta actually remember that. And the ideas in games that are fun live on much longer than ideas in games that aren't fun. So you have to make an enjoyable product, but people hate this, or the people that make these trash video games hate that because it's you slapping them in the face with reality. If the product isn't fucking good, it doesn't matter what's in it because no one fucking bought it, dumbass. But they can't do that because that, you know, they're probably terrible game designers at that, and probably terrible people additionally. So they can't fuck with that because they actually have to make a good product then. But oh no, if we lie, then we get to spout our ideas in people's faces. Then we have rabid morons on Twitter fanboying and defending games that aren't good. See Anthem, Battlefield 5, really most AAA games today. This is why I'm looking forward to Stalker 2, because Stalker 2 was actually made by people who wanted to make the fucking game and not do anything else but make the fucking game. We don't have those anymore. We don't have enough of them. Dear God, we don't have enough of them. But that's enough rambling, ladies and gentlemen. I have been your host, Phontomen, and that was Warhammer 40k Space Marine for the Voshko Destian patrons on my Patreon. You know, I have to thank you guys for giving me a enjoyable, simple experience this time. It is... I wouldn't say the game plays itself, because, you know, it doesn't, but it almost feels like it's so natural to really anyone who plays video games that it is not a trying or uncomfortable experience. It is a game that almost plays yourself, you know, almost plays like a movie because your inputs and, you know, your wants to do in the game are so natural that, for the most part, everything is automatic, or it feels almost automatic. So there's really no complications or anything. You're just all along for the ride. Just, you know, press the forward button, you know, press X when prompted. You kill all the enemies in the room, next. You know, maybe get some plot or maybe another room full of enemies, next. So, while it may be average in that regard, it's not unenjoyable, and that's the important thing to remember. Average isn't bad, and the bar for average has certainly fucking declined since this game's heyday. But that'll be it for today, ladies and gentlemen. I have been your host, Phontomen, and I will see you next time. I may not be on tomorrow, but we'll see what's going on here, because next week I'm going to be house-sitting for my aunt, so I'm not going to be here for at least Thursday and Friday. So, more things in the background, and I also got to see about RMAing this index, so we shall see. But that is the end of the show today, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you next time. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night. Just one more time. Wait for it. Wait for it. One more. And the punch. There we go. Night, folks.